I just spent an entire season interviewing some of the most smartest women that I absolutely adore and admire. And the thing that surprised me the most was that none of their expertise would have mattered unless they learned how to do this one particular thing. And I'm here to tell you that you are probably believing a lie about this one particular thing. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the most expensive thing that is costing you your entire body of work. And it's the reason why the person who you think and you believe and you know knows only half of what you do keeps getting the opportunities that are really yours. What is this one thing that all of the guests had in common? Can you guess what it is? They understand how to open their mouths and speak about their expertise. All of them, bar none. I'm talking about a director who is the first Kenyan woman to take her film to Cannes. I am talking about Lebo Mashile, who was the first South African woman to think really big about Sarah Baartman's story of being an enslaved person in Europe and turn it not only into a play, but right now into an opera. I am also talking about Alicia DeLia, who is completely reimagining how do we give money in the global south. I'm talking about Rachel Cargle, who was on just last week and put you on game about how to have a personal renaissance that fuels every single big dream that you have. Dr. Kemi Doll, revolutionizing our relationship not only with our own bodies, but also with what we know about gynecological care for Black and brown bodies. All of them know how to open their mouths and speak to their expertise. This is the skill that so many experts miss. In this particular episode, we are going to do the work of how do you open your mouth and speak some life into this body of work that you have spent forever building. How do you actually open your mouth and make that sing? You are so brilliant. You have already built the body of work that is your expertise. But you have been sold something, I'm sorry, it is a lie. And that is, if you work really hard, your work will speak for itself. A lot of brilliant women check into that box of believing that. And I'm here to disabuse you. The evidence is all of the guests that we've had on this podcast. Unless you help translate this body of work and help us understand why should we care? That's really important. And what do you want us to do once we care? That's even maybe just as important, right? What do you want us to care about? And what do you want us to do with this new care that we have? Because we can see into your body of work because you are translating for us. That is one of the things that I want you to be able to take away, not just from this particular episode, but in episodes to come. We're going to really sink our teeth into how do you do that? What does it mean to become the kind of baddie who doesn't just have the expertise, but knows how to speak to that expertise, right? This is the place where we're going to unpack that layer by layer, peel by peel. And I also invite conversation and I invite a two-way. So if you have specific questions about how to translate your body of expertise, send them my way because I definitely want to be responding in real time to what you're living through. The second thing that surprised me, every single one of my guests this season has been a public speaker. Do they necessarily identify as a public speaker? Do you identify necessarily as a public speaker? And every single one of them, it really surprised me the extent to which they have had to use their vocal cords as a public speaker. What do I mean by public speaking? And what do I mean that each one of these women doesn't necessarily think of herself as a public speaker? The work that they're doing, right? Advocating for patients, pitching a foundation, asking for money, okay? Asking for somebody in media to pay attention to an epidemic that is going on. The mortality rate for Black women around a womb disease that is completely curable in 2026. All of these examples are literally public speaking. You know, one of the things that's a danger about our culture is we have whittled down public speaking to, if you're holding a mic and you're on the TED stage, then yes, you are a public speaker. Anything else, everybody else, like you're just pretending, or I don't know, you're like using this word falsely. I'm here to disabuse you of that. And especially, I want you to hear me really well. If you are listening on the other side and you're somebody with an expertise, I'm here to tell you, boo boo, you are a public speaker. More and more as you ascend in your expertise, you're expected to be a communicator about that expertise. Guess what that communication is? Whether you're speaking to a room of 2 people who are going to make a decision, right, about something that directly affects your work, or whether you are on a stage and you're selling your book to thousands of people, or convincing an entire conference that, hey, we really need to pay more attention to this kind of research. Regardless of how many people we're speaking to, you're using the same skills. You are storytelling. You are bringing people in with a hook. You have a very clear thesis that you need this person to understand. And you are convincing them, trying to move them forward towards a very specific outcome. And that, my dear friend, that is called public speaking. I was surprised the extent to which every single one of these women could speak so eloquently about that moment when opening their mouth really mattered and how it changed things, right? I want you to understand this skill for yourself, and also to have the toolkit for, okay, now what do I do with this skill set? I cannot make you smarter. What I can do is help people in the same room as you, your audience, to understand just how smart you are. Have you ever been in a situation where somebody heard what you said, right? Like the words were coming out of your mouth and they seemed to be landing in their ear, but the way that they understood what you were saying and your intention, what you wanted them to do with these words that were coming out of your mouth and the information that you were sharing with them, completely went sideways. Like, it's so different from what you said. What you said did not come out as what they heard. That is my sweet spot. That is where I live. Translate your expertise. But it's going a step beyond that. It's thinking really clearly about, how do we take this body of knowledge that you have and turn it into bank? Like, let's be clear. How do we take what you know, especially when it is a dense amount of years behind you and knowledge that's not necessarily accessible to everybody else? How do we distill that into 18 minutes that feels like the most crisp conversation anybody has ever heard, talking about your field, and that gets that person to take action on what you are inviting them into? Girl, that could be your next client, right? It could be opening up that audience to become more of your clients. It could be getting that entire audience to actually support the research that you're doing. It could be getting more of that audience to think really critically about funding a particular part of your city that you are really passionate about. One thing I know how to do is use storytelling to make your expertise something like rocket fuel. And that's what we're going to spend our time doing here. I'm so excited, not only for the surprises that kind of, like, I knew going into this season that there were going to be things that I would learn, right? That's why I invited these guests on the show. But I didn't expect to find such a direct and powerful through line that unless you know how to open your mouth and convince the first person to give you money when it's time for you to go out fundraising, every single one of these women has been so clear on the story that she's telling herself that allows her to step into authority. But she's also been extremely crystal clear about how she communicates with the outside world, about what exactly it is that she's doing, and how she's inviting us into becoming participants and actors in what she is doing. Over the next course of episodes that are going to come at you, I'm going to do exactly that. Instead of us having guests here sitting next to me and telling us about that catalytic moment for them, I want to turn the lens on you. How do we make your moment catalytic? And I know that you are already doing the work towards your expertise. The thing that is likely missing is you being able to open your mouth and make your accomplishments, to make your body of work clear and legible to everybody else around you. But it's not just about how do you make it legible to everybody around you. We're not going to stop there. I want to help you build a way of being able to talk about your work that invites people immediately into understanding she's the one. Making the decision when they hear you talking that this is the person that we need to be working with, right? That they hire you, that they bring you on as a consultant, that they find ways to make your expertise more of something that is inside of their team and that rocket fuels you. Why am I interested in this? Because Black and brown women, like, I believe in us in a way that, you know, like, I'm truly making my bet that the people who are going to revolutionize and change the face of this planet in the ways that I believe the face of the planet needs to be changed is going to come from more of us finding and standing in our power and our authority and actually becoming Madam Speaker says. If you're ready for that ride, you definitely need to already have hit subscribe. And make sure you are subscribed. I will see you here next week. My name is Makhokhodi and I'm so excited to be on this adventure with you.